What is going on YouTube? Hitterback making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Polkadot, as well as the S&P 500 if we have time. As you guys know, I like to do a different cryptocurrency here on the channel every single week with your guys' help. So definitely make sure to comment in the comment section down below your favorite altcoin for review, and I will be picking one to review in next week's episodes. More importantly, what we're going to be looking at in today's episode is basically our continuation from when we last bought in. As you guys know, we talked about where we bought into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency at the kind of interim level of the markets. We bought into XRP, our Bitcoin, very close to about 33K, and since then we've been climbing up at an exponential rate. Currently, we're hitting or retesting $40,000 on some of these cryptocurrencies, and that's pretty much prime target for where I thought would be the top on these cryptos. We finally headed back up to there. We saw a little bit of consolidation. We discussed this yesterday. I'll talk more about it today as to where this top might be moving forward, if not heading higher or lower. We'll discuss that and whether or not you should be buying in or selling off, taking profits, things of that nature. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's jump into today's episode. Also remember, join me on Discord, link in the description. Alright guys, as you can see, I am on the current CoinMarketCap. A quick refresh shows the markets are back up about 5% today. Top 10 cryptocurrencies, things are looking amazing. Bitcoin up 7%, Ethereum up 3%, Binance Coin up 2%, Cardano up 2.3%, XRP up 14.2%. As you guys remember, I've been talking that XRP seemed to be a little bit delayed compared to the rest of the markets. All these other cryptocurrencies have already pretty much shot up and retested the top resistance levels, and it seemed like XRP really wasn't getting affected by it that much, and we discussed it's probably delayed, and we're going to see that run coming a little bit later in its future. And as you guys see today, we're back up and running, and things are definitely kicking. So jumping right into the technical analysis, what we have to discuss in today's video is basically, have we hit the top for crypto, or is it too late to buy in? Things like that. Let me explain what we've done, my positions in the market, and where I think we're going to be heading to. So as you guys can see, for XRP, we have Ethereum, we have Bitcoin, and we have Polkadot. Notice on most of these cryptocurrencies, they seem to be retesting a big, strong resistance level. For Polkadot, you can see it's right at this top resistance at $15. This is where the prices start to have a little bit of problems. You can see that's pretty much where support used to be for Polkadot ever since, I'd say, beginning of January. And then every so often we tend to break through it a little bit, but recently we just closed below this support level here, and it's starting to act as a resistance. So we did fall at the bottom support, which you can see is much closer to now the $10 range, $10.70. This was retested at some point early January, and you can see we used that as a means of support trading inside this channel here, and we have yet to break through top resistance of the $15 level. If we manage to close the daily candle above this resistance level, closer to $16, it'd be very easy for us to fill in this gap all the way up to the moving average, much closer to, I would say, maybe $18 to $20 in that region, because that's kind of where resistance starts to form again. So I'm not worried. I do think Polkadot is undervalued, and if we can confirm a breach above this resistance and close the daily candle above there, we should be able to get enough volume to swing us back up to $18 to $20. Now, more importantly, looking at XRP and these other cryptocurrencies, what we have to discuss. XRP finally got that wave of volume that we've been looking for. We've discussed it really depends on all the other cryptocurrencies. Notice I didn't buy into XRP specifically. I bought into Bitcoin as I felt like that had a more an easier technical analysis to follow and a better chart to understand than XRP did. The fact that XRP was delayed was just getting me a little worried, so I stayed away from that and bought into the one that I was most certain in, which is totally fine for you guys to do. But since then, we've seen XRP pump up even higher, now retesting closer to 77 cents. And we discussed yesterday that if we actually manage to start to break back inside of the moving averages and retest resistance, it should allow for that volume spike to enter XRP and catch ourselves up with retesting resistances closer to 80 cents or 78 cents, up to potentially maybe 87 cents. And then, if things go extraordinarily well, maybe $1, which would be insane. But short term right now, We're expecting to see a low maybe of 80 cents, 79 cents to a high of 88 cents, in between that range, about a 10-cent difference, and that's right at these moving averages. Now you can see for Ethereum, the same thing is happening right now, and I want to discuss what exactly is going on with these cryptocurrencies, but I'll use Bitcoin as the base chart, and then you can carry over that information to the other cryptocurrencies as it is very similar. Notice for Ethereum right now, you can see we're currently retesting its moving average, that top resistance right here, and as you guys can see, we're hitting moving averages, we're hitting a top resistance, we're hitting the top level of where the neckline seems to be for maybe this double top formation or the double bottom formation. Very interesting. Now let's swing things a little bit further. You can also see we're getting very close to being overbought. Bitcoin is prime example of what we've been talking about. We've discussed in numerous occasions, almost every day here on the channel, for Bitcoin specifically, that there was a massive descending fractal or falling wedge forming on Bitcoin since mid-May. And since then, we've been consolidating, creating lower highs and lower lows, and you can see it just like this formation. And we've been trading inside our price ceiling and price floors, which we've established basically back in early January to end of January. You can see it pretty much reassigned us where that bottom support would be, showing that the price floor is set at 30K and the price ceiling is set at 40K. Clearly where the reversal ended and where the bottom support was found. And you can see since we've been consolidating down from there with very little movement in this market, we've used this bottom support as a means of, hey, if we break through this bottom support here, we're going right back down to 20K, as there's really no, volume there's really no resistance or support levels inside of 20 to 30K until we retest the bottom. So what we discussed is if we see confirmation of Bitcoin closing below this bottom support here, it's fair game to buy in and short the crap out of it. But we discussed if we closed above here, and this is why this was a very important vital roll. It was actually from July 21st maybe to August 5th at most, between that realm of filling in this neckline right here. We discussed that this was going to be very important, and we have to discuss and see where exactly we decide to close to. So we didn't actually buy in just yet. We saw a small confirmation closure right here, and we trended it up because we anticipated that each time we retested the top resistance of this trend line, prices dropped consistently. So we discussed that yes, as a moderate to aggressive trade, we would buy in right here at bottom support, leverage it up to top resistance at the neckline, and sell off, and then potentially get back into it for a short position with a stop loss at neckline, or at the trend line. So that's exactly what we did. We bought in right when we saw closure above here, anticipating that we weren't going to continue to break since we closed above the 30K resistance level, or bottom support price floor, and then we consolidated and corrected it all the way back up. Prices shot up, we capitalized on that run, and then we sold off right here, entering a bear market. And you can see what actually happened was we literally just had uncertainty and nothing happened. And then yesterday, or the day after, we saw a small consolidation up, and once we saw that we closed above the trend line, we knew, okay guys, this wasn't just a fluke. We're actually breaking through a trend line that we haven't been able to do since early in May or mid-May of 2021. And once we saw that confirmation, that's when we got leveraged out, or got liquidated out, because we did create a stop loss, and it was a small stop loss. We actually got liquidated out a little bit earlier than the original buy-in. We actually got stopped out a little bit earlier than we had anticipated, granted that this was just the beginning of the day. But the second we saw confirmation of the price closing right at 33K, we knew that it was finally possible to break through the trend line. And you usually tend to buy into falling wedges when the trend line gets broken, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm very excited, and then we bought right into here, and we've been running it up. So we've been moving the stop loss up and consistently doing so all the way up to here, with discussion that the top resistance would be right at this right at this little, apex right here, where the downtrend, which could be 3 confirmations, creating still a lower high. We're still in a bear market, keep in mind, but at this downtrend right here, right where the uptrend meets the price, right where the price ceiling is, and right where the moving averages are, as well as becoming overbought, it was right in this area. So this, to me, seems like the high point in the crypto space and in Bitcoin. And until we get a solid confirmation and we get prices to close for me, which would be anywhere between retesting $45,000 conservatively, if we retest $45,000, breaking us up above this downtrend here, it would confirm to me that we'd probably be entering a bull market. But the fact that we're overbought right now, it's going to be a while. And I'm also considering this big chance that we decide to come retest this level right here and correct back down and kind of fill in an even bigger gap. So this was a huge profit zone, but we now have to consider the possibilities of retesting this and correcting lower. Now, before I finish up with the Bitcoin technical analysis, I want to talk about AscendEX quick. All right, guys, so hopefully you remember our little introduction of AscendEX in last week's episodes, but today I actually want to show you guys a little bit more in depth of the trading features available here on this platform. Last week, we kind of just went over a general overview of what exactly the website offers, how it's made, and so on and so forth. But today, looking a little bit further, I want to talk about the futures and the margin trading that they offer, which I actually probably prefer over some other crypto exchanges here, that they offer some pretty unique comparisons and trading pairs, unlike some other exchanges that we've used. So when you look at the professional, which this is where I'm at, but the cool thing is, as you guys saw, they also offer standard as well as professional offers. So if you guys are beginners, consider using standard. If you guys are more professional, then feel free to use this. I also really like the dark mode that they offer. But what I want to show you what's really cool is they offer the futures trading, as you guys can clearly see right here. But the other unique cool thing that they offer is margin trading. And as you guys know, we like to use our professional margin trading. So the difference that I've noticed here compared to other exchanges out there is that it's not just to USDT. Now, there's a lot of exchanges. There are ones that I use now. I don't mind using USDT trading pairs. It's a little bit easier to navigate when comparing it to a flat rate. But what's cool, and I do know that there are a lot of other people out there that actually like to leverage cryptocurrency against other cryptos. As you guys can see right here, there are a few things you have to set up. Google 2FA, and then you're pretty much good to go. Agree to their terms and conditions. And once you have that all set up, notice you don't just have to trade Bitcoin to USDT or Ethereum or XRP or Doge or any of those cryptocurrencies to USDT exactly. They also offer, which I like a lot, is other trading pairs. Bitcoin to USDT, as we discussed, Ethereum to Bitcoin, XRP to Bitcoin, Binance to Bitcoin, Chainlink to Bitcoin, ADA to Bitcoin. When you consider having all these other options available, it actually increases how many opportunities there are to leverage and make investments and opportunities to create profit when trading around with all these other trading pair opportunities. So it doesn't just limit you to a few. This gives you a broad range spectrum of things to trade around against. So this is really cool. We're definitely going to have to test this out more by creating some cool trades, but I really like that they have, the buy and sell feature, creating stop losses, things like that. This allows you to short cryptocurrency, and I'm a really big fan of shorting cryptocurrency, especially in today's market. As we know, cryptocurrency has been in a bear market for like 5 months now, and in this, we've seen a lot more dips than we have swings to the upside. And when we see that, we now have opportunities to short the market to its bottom instead of waiting for its bottom and then, buying in and leveraging it to the upside. So it's really cool. They offer a lot of cool trading pairs. They even have cash trading, which is also very interesting as well. They offer a lot of trading pairs as well here. And then just bringing it back to the website, you can see it's very well made. They've been around for quite some time now. You can download their app too, which we've discussed is also a really cool thing as well. And then obviously being able to buy it with bank cards, which is something you guys can, fool around with, but I just prefer to actually just send cryptocurrency in, buying it on like Coinbase Pro or something like that. Otherwise, guys, definitely make sure to check out the bonus rewards as well as other rewards offered here by AscendEX by signing up to the link in the description. And when you sign up to there, they offer a ton of different bonuses, so definitely make sure to check that out. Otherwise, huge shout out to AscendEX for sponsoring today's episode, and let's jump back into the technical analysis. All right, guys, so to wrap up the video with the technical analysis, you can see what I'm anticipating now is how are we going to react with this level. We're overbought. A lot of things are showing signs of weakness right now and uncertainty. So if we actually retest this and close below this downtrend right here, then there's a very big chance we're going to retest this and start to correct lower, falling all the way back down to 30K, pretty much creating an even smaller descending triangle you can see right here. This being the support, and you can see the downtrend with the support level, filling ourselves into this, small wedge right here into the apex. And once we fill in the gap right here, we'll then make another decision as to when we're going to be breaking outside of this bear market. But we can obviously do that currently where we're at if we manage to close above 45K. If we don't end up doing that, we can anticipate correction and we'll short this market. But regardless, we made a massive profit off of this swing to the upside here. So my advice is, if you haven't entered the market, just wait. Don't enter it right now. In my opinion, if it was me, I would wait to see how we react with this resistance right here. And if we close below, we'll buy into a short. If it decides to break through it, we'll buy in for a long, which would be incredible. And that would be the quickest bear market I've seen in a while. But things look okay. Understand, we're still trading inside a sideways channel here. So although it looks absolutely amazing right now, it's still hitting top resistance. And until we can breach through that top resistance, we're still in a bear market and we're still creating lower highs. These are still lower high formations that have yet to breach the downtrend. So be patient, guys. That's the point of cryptocurrency, especially as a conservative trader. Just wait it out and we'll see what exactly happens when we decide to retest here. But be happy that we were able to capitalize off a massive run within crypto that we've been long overdue for. Otherwise, S&P 500 looks okay. Once again, consolidation. We broke bullish above the MACD, but we are consolidating right now. I do believe in the next couple of days, if not today, we'll actually start to head back up. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. If you are new to the channel, make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.